Commissioner. I've got just a couple of questions. First of all, thank you for your sense of urgency and for the progress you've made. I hope that sense of urgency is also shared by your colleagues in other cities around this country. That's very important. One thing I noticed, though, all three of you talked for something over half an hour. None of you ever mentioned the Department of Homeland Security. Commissioner Kelly, I noticed you even at one point said that you have the responsibility and have been protecting the critical infrastructure of the city. That just struck me as a sentence because in the legislation, that's what the Department of Homeland Security is charged with doing. And I said, since we're going to finish up here with Tom Ridge tomorrow, I wondered what progress has the Department of Homeland Security made, and how do they help you, and what should we ask him to do that would be most helpful to you in the city besides just give you a lot more money?
Besides? Well, that gets tough.
Yeah.
No. We have an excellent working relationship with the Homeland Security agencies, if you will, certainly Secret Service, Coast Guard, Customs. We work very closely with them. Homeland Security is really the conduit for significant resources for the city, certainly in part of the business that we're in. So that's what we need, and quite frankly, the formula that we're concerned about is a product. It's not a product of legislation. It is Homeland Security rules and regulations. They've determined that 40% of the available money, as we speak now, 0.75% goes to each state equally. The next 40% goes to every state based on population. New York State is third in population. Then the remaining 20% is dispersed on a threat-based analysis, which is very hard to pin down. So we need Homeland Security to take a hard look at that. Now, as I said in my prepared remarks, the President's budget looks to change some of that, but at the same time, it's increased the number of locations in this threat matrix from 7 to 80. So we need more resources from Homeland Security. They are establishing their own capacity to analyze and distribute intelligence. We work with them, and they have certain obligations as far as infrastructure protection, but there are some still startup issues with Homeland Security that they are, certainly willing to, agree to when we talk to them. They understand that there are challenges, but I would say they are very client-friendly. They want to help. We are working with them on a lot of other issues, but the primary one for us right now is the huge operational expenses that we incur every year. It's one thing to give us equipment. It's one thing to give us some training courses, and we appreciate that. But it costs us a lot of money to do the things that we feel that we have to do to protect this city.
So it'd be fair to tell Secretary Ridge tomorrow that he's doing just great as far as New York City goes, except with the money.
That's right.
Okay.
Just that minor issue.
Yeah. Let me ask you this one more question. You're collecting now, I gathered from your statement, a lot of information on people who may be al-Qaeda or terrorist operatives who may be in and around New York City. One of the problems before 9/11 was the sharing of information. How do you share that information now with the FBI or the Department of Homeland Security or other federal entities? And do you feel that they're sharing their information properly with you?
Yes, we do share our information with the FBI. We have a link up. Obviously, the Joint Terrorist Task Force is a very important vehicle for that. We have 130 detectives, investigators assigned to it. We have a big intelligence division of almost 500 people. We are gathering information. We do share that information with the FBI, primarily through connection with the Joint Terrorist Task Force. We also share information to Homeland Security and to TTIC, the Terrorist Threat Integration Center. So we are sharing information. Yes, we are getting information from the federal authorities. We get our information primarily through the Joint Terrorist Task Force.
Is that good enough? You any complaints in that area? Are you getting everything you need?
As I said again in my prepared remarks, Director Mueller, I think, is doing a great job. He is attempting to improve internal communications in the FBI, and I think we will be the beneficiaries of that when that happens. We'd like to know investigative information from all over the country if it impacts on New York. And we've had, and I think certainly no complaints as far as threat information is concerned coming to us, but we'd like to know more information than perhaps we've gotten in the past as to investigations that might impact on New York. And I think with the improvement of their internal IT systems, that they'll be able to know what they know, so to speak, in a more effective way, and then transmit that to us.